So we got to go ahead and talk about this heated part of an interview involving Danny from The Stop and Rory from the Rory and Maul podcast. Now, keep in mind, this was something that at one point was all over Twitter that made the rounds, but it got disabled by the copyright owner. Whether the copyright owner indeed was Danny or Rory or both, possibly, it could be the case. But Danny did upload the thing to his YouTube channel nonetheless.
All right, welcome. It's Danny from The Stop and Rory. It's been almost 2 years, Rory. Mm-hmm. How are you doing?
We're going to start with an apology to Demaris.
Oh, okay. For what?
I don't know.
Why? How you going to expect me to apologize?
I don't have a writer. I don't have anything. But Demaris is who I care about the most. So apologize and we'll just move forward.
But
we can have the best interview on earth, but just apologize to one of my best friends and somebody I consider family.
For what?
I don't know.
But that's kind of odd.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's irrational.
Okay.
I mean, I
so much for giving a good interview.
With the energy that we were.
Where do we start now?
Some water.
You don't think it's weird to crash out on women like that?
Crash out like how? Because I feel like it was just, space, and I didn't really crash out.
Okay, but if somebody calls you weird, fine. But you think it's okay to go through their whole fucking YouTube page and go nuts on a woman?
I don't think I went nuts.
Okay.
Oh, Danny boy. Seems like you got a little bit nervous there, Danny boy. About time somebody started checking his ass for his bullshit. But apparently it was something that may have been said about Demaris in a Twitter space that Rory got wind of, and he may have not seen it, but he just got wind of it. I don't know if it was from a troll that was trying to, get a rise out of Rory, or somebody that is actually part of the community that, he knows and respects, or fucks with the most, or is somebody that he knows that has been one of the ride or dies for the Rory and Maul camp, to let him know, hey, something negative was said about Demaris on a Twitter space.
Water dropped. Cut into the detection.
So you have no apology for it?
I would need to talk through it. Like I would, because I feel like I'm pretty respectful. Okay. And I felt like I was respectful in that rant. And I felt like it was just a conversation, kind of like a content back and forth that we do with content creation.
No, we need to stop hiding behind this shit. Yes, some stuff is for content, but sometimes it's disrespectful.
But you didn't hear that, did you? Did you hear what was the disrespect? Like, I do think sometimes there is a conversation that needs to be had about what is disrespect, because it could be and I don't think I do that. I don't think I did that to Demaris. There's times I do feel like I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the shit, but
yeah,
I was just told that. And
who told you?
See,
I'm
sources.
No, I'm saying it depends on the messenger, right? If I tell you, right? Am I right?
I mean, I guess, but it still matters.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? If the whole landing of it is
no, because the messenger could be curating things a certain way. Like,
I'm not saying that's not the case whatsoever. I'm saying though. All right, let's go to Vlad and Lord Jamar, who are now fucking friends now.
Okay.
I like their interviews so far.
I feel like Vlad was wrong about that entire thing, because I'm not saying we're friends per se, but we've collaborated.
We cool.
Yeah.
I would say we cool. I don't know about you, but yeah.
We've collaborated. If I feel like somebody feels a way about something you said, as somebody I do business with, collab with, whatever, you should apologize on behalf of me. That's the same way I felt Vlad should have apologized for misquoting the minister. If Lord Jamar is saying, no, you're supposed to be my man, like we do content together, I'm asking you to apologize for that because somebody felt away. Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy thing to ask of somebody. I would do the same thing. If I said something wild and he was like, yo, I'd appreciate if you just apologized, and that even if you don't feel like he was wrong, these people feel a certain type of way about it. You should apologize for that.
Okay. Well, I would say, analogies aren't supposed to be 100% right.
I'm not saying me and Demaris are Lord Jamar and Vlad. I'm just saying,
you'll be fair.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Rory Khan.
Everyone relax, because I am an ally of the NOI.
Of course.
I would hope so, because that would be bad to be an enemy.
But yeah, do you not see that perspective of I see even when I was hitting you before doing this, of yo, can you send me that audio, because I got to make sure everything is cool, because that's Demaris is. I know people joke about me saying family, but that's legitimately, it's that's the fucking godmother to my daughter type shit.
Understood.
Now, Demaris herself, she officially ended up responding to this whole little back and forth that went on. Okay, usually I let narratives ride, I do, but this I cannot. Rory doesn't play about me, never has, never will, and because of this, he be demanding apologies from me on his own. I do not be giving enough of a flying fuck about any of y'all to be wanting an apology about shit I don't even hear. So please, enough with the Demaris feelings were hurt. I do not care about y'all to have hurt feelings over your opinions on my damn opinions. Y'all get too self-absorbed and parasocial with this podcast shit. I usually ignore all this podcast reaction spaces bullshit because it literally feels like working for free, but y'all saying that man could ever hurt my feelings is a L. I'm just not willing to take. I don't care if only 5 people think it. that's more than I'm comfortable with. It seems like that Demaris didn't even really know the whole situation, didn't even know what was going on. It was just something that was, you know, put in Rory's ear, and he just passed the word along to Danny. Hey, can you please stop and apologize? The rest of the clip is pretty much that, like, Rory trying to get a apology out of Danny from the stop, but he's refusing to apologize for whatever disrespect he may have said. And I've seen people, you know, sit there and say, well, Rory was weak in doing what he did, but he's just doing that for somebody who he not only considers a friend, but family. And I think people may not understand the gravity of their words when they say some shit, because in the heat of the moment, they think they saying something that's really nothing, but then when it has an adverse effect on somebody, oh shit, then they'll end up feeling bad about it. Case in point, like, how many times has academics said some wild shit about women and that end up getting received negatively? Like, especially involving SZA. When he said what he said about SZA and it got back to her, she really take it hard, but it resulted in a lot of phone calls from people in the industry blowing up Axe phone like, yo, you need to chill. Granted, he didn't come out and apologize because he's too egotistical and too prideful to do so. But Danny from the stop, for the longest time, I've looked at him as nothing more than a chick smooth wannabe ripoff. Not only that, but Danny is an A1 instigator. He will literally, as soon as the fire is hot between Rory, Mal, and Joe, he'll go from space to space where they're at, then go kick it with Joe's crew, and then be recording in the spaces to make content either for his Patreon or for his main channel. Or same as when not too long ago, when Rocky had a beef with Joe Budden, what did he do? He was doing some A1 instigating. He would be in the space with Joe, then go kick it in the space with Rocky. And then, hell, he did a whole podcast with Rocky. And you fast forward today, you see how that relationship soured very quickly, because him and Rocky are at odds now. And I didn't cover that at the time because I was kind of happy to see Danny get his back kicked in. Hell, there's even people who feel like his community is toxic as hell. I ain't even gonna get into some of the details that I've heard about the shit, but it exists. He would have just been better off just apologizing, be the bigger person, and go from there. Because I don't think even Danny understands what you may say is respectful in your mind, but then it may get amplified with negativity if your fans are going to her comments and DMs harassing her, saying God knows what, because we know how some fan bases are. You have the extremists in every fan base who want to act like that they want to pretty much say the worst thing imaginable to represent the person that they like. We know how that plays out 9 times out of 10. Honestly, this is a wild situation overall, but y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.